Our self-care Sundays are our favorite days. Come with us today and see where we went, what we did, and what we ate. A successful day starts the night before. So Saturday night, we rolled our wraps. And this is a really good tip for people who have wraps that have hardened a little bit. Maybe they sat too long or they dried too long and they're a little harder. You can fill them with drier ingredients like sprouts, microgreens, lettuce, bell pepper, shredded carrot, and red onion. These ingredients can help soften the wrap in the fridge overnight so it's nice and soft the next day when you go to eat it. So that's what we were doing tonight. We wanted to soften our wrap because we had one that was a little harder that needed to be eaten. So we chopped some carrots, red onion, bell pepper, and the lettuce. Now, as many of you have seen in past videos, we like to take the stems out of our lettuce. This makes rolling the wrap a lot easier, and you can save the stems for a salad another time if you want. So just take a knife and cut the lettuce off, leaving the stem, so you have nice, soft lettuce leaves to fill your wrap with. Then we always like to spread a thin layer of cashew cream cheese. You could put avocado here or nothing. You don't have to add the cheese if you don't want to. We think it works quite nicely as a barrier to the moisture. So it's just enough right there. Now you want to keep everything in the center of the wrap aside from the lettuce. The lettuce can go to the edges, and we like to fill the bottom triangle of the wrap, keeping everything in the center because when we roll up the edges, we don't want to have too much bulk in there. Here are our carrots, our red onion, and our microgreens. We grew these ourselves where our stove used to be, and we filled this wrap to the max. Put the middle corners in the center, pull up that bottom corner, and again, if your wrap is a little harder, it's all good. It's going to soften nicely in the fridge overnight, or even after a couple hours, it will soften up quite nicely. So roll it up the best that you can, and then cut the wrap. Check out this inside, so colorful, beautiful, delicious wrap. We like to use deli paper. The link to the pattern deli paper is in the description box below, so if you wanted to get those ones, you can. So here are wraps for the next day. Now we save our date containers from Costco and we reuse these over and over again. Some of them we have been using for over 6 years, but they make perfect wrap containers. The next morning, we filled our water bladders. These are the Osprey 2.5 liter bladders that fit nicely into our bag. We always take our sauce in a bag as well, just in case. You never know if one's gonna leak. So we've got our wraps, putting those in there, again, unsealed. We don't want to trap any extra moisture in there. And there's our sauces. Then it was time to make smoothies. We always start our hiking days with big giant smoothies, and we're putting about 8 to 10 dates in this. There's about 2 cups of orange juice. We're going to add 3 bananas. You could definitely add more if you want to. It's really basically just a mix of fruits and so delicious, loaded with energy, and a fantastic way to start. We also have been really enjoying adding a lime. So we just peel the lime and put the lime whole into our smoothie, along with some frozen fruit, some frozen wild blueberries, and then another berry of choice, raspberries or cranberries, and then we blend that up. Here we go, filling our jars. We're going to drink these on the way to our hike. I love these lids. These lids have been lifesavers because it makes it easy for me to drink water or smoothies while we're driving. The kitties always want extra treats when we take off, so we have treats at the front door just for them. And here we are taking off for our hike. Driving out to the Red Rock area. This time, however, we are not going into the Red Rock Park. we're parking in this parking lot, which is just past the entrance to the Red Rock Canyon Park. And it's where they have an equestrian center. They do horseback riding, stuff like that. But this is where a lot of our favorite hikes are. Nate trying to get my hiking poles on because I do feel we're going to need them for this hike. Even though it is a really nice long hike with not as much elevation, there are some parts where it can get really rocky, and I'd like to have my poles with me just to be on the safe side. We have never done this hike before. I have seen it multiple times when we go to the Las Vegas Overlook hike, but we've never done this one. This is called the Cowboy Loop Trail, and it was so surprisingly beautiful. We really loved this hike, and the day was absolutely perfect. Not a cloud in the sky, and it was a perfect temperature too, not too hot, not too cold. There was a lot of vegetation on this hike, tons of cacti, yucca, and beautiful scenery as well. This was definitely one of our new favorite hikes. We always tend to have a new favorite hike. This was one of my favorite parts, where we walked along the base of a cliff edge with a bunch of different rocks. And Nate always lets me go ahead of him. He lets me set the pace. And that's such a wonderful thing that he does for us. I feel less pressure to keep up or go faster, and he gets to chill and hang out, make sure that I'm safe as well because I'm in front of him. One of our favorite things about our Self-Care Sunday is we always strive to find a really long hike, usually minimum about 3 miles, but preferably well over 5. If we can find a hike that's longer than 5 miles, that's going to be epic. This one here was just over 8 miles, and it's a great way to spend a lot of time in nature, especially with each other. We got to talk and dream and plan. It was such a wonderful day, and like I said, the sun was out, perfect weather. And I just love the rock formations here. Definitely my favorite spot of the hike. We even saw some wildlife. Some people ask if we see anything like snakes. We usually see lizards. We've only ever seen one snake in all of the time that we've been hiking out here. Then we came to the peak kind of the first hill area, where it was going to begin to get flat. So we wanted to film some videos. I wish it would come down. What in the world? Wow, it's coming down. What? Oh my God. No way. Okay, I gotta go get this so it doesn't stay in nature. Oh my God. Talk about Valentine's. What? I miss you very much and wish you the best. Well, well, well. Please don't release these into nature. And don't buy them. Whew. So that was interesting. Good thing I was able to catch that. We could take it and dispose of it properly instead of being out here in this beautiful nature. And it's cool, I was filming because I wanted to film this for you. I wanted to talk about something I like to call the dopamine of delegation. So, this is about procrastination. We like to put things off, and we like to delegate to our future self. We seem to think that our future self is gonna have all this motivation, and they're gonna be able to want to do the things that we're not doing today, is gonna want to make our raw lunch, is gonna wanna make the wraps, is gonna want to go for the workout, and we get dopamine when we delegate. Because I'm sure you've noticed, there's quite a bit of rocks over here, so take my time. I'm sure you've noticed, if you're also good at procrastinating, that you get this like sense of relief or a high in a way when you delegate onto your future self. And that's what I call the dopamine of delegation. If we're not willing to do the thing right now, our future self is probably not gonna wanna do it either, because our future self is us. So, we wanna make sure that we want to do the thing right now. So it's like, might as well just do it right now, because our future self is not gonna want to do it. And we have to understand that and accept it and realize that it's not that hard to do the thing, even though it is, because we don't want to break our flow. And we like that hit of dopamine that we get when we delegate onto our future self. So recognizing that is really important, and realizing that if we feel like delegating to our future selves, that is a sign that we should just get up and do the thing. But dopamine isn't actually a bad thing, and I've made videos about this. Dopamine is something that our body makes for reward and for novelty. When something's new, or when we accomplish something, or when we eat or have sex or whatever, it gives us dopamine as a reward. And it's part of nature to get us to do stuff. Because if we didn't get that dopamine when we ate, we probably wouldn't eat, right? We enjoy eating because we get dopamine. And that's where the problem happens, is because it's not dopamine that's bad, it's how much and how often we get these bigger hits of dopamine from scrolling on our phone, from eating ultra-processed foods or really high fat, or watching TV shows, binging them. I'm not saying it's bad to binge a TV show, but to recognize the dopamine that we're getting, and we get dopamine when we delegate onto our future selves. So I just wanted to share that really quick because it was on my mind today. I was chatting with a friend and we were talking about how it's strange as humans how much faith we put in our future selves, that our future selves are just going to be able to do everything that we're not doing. And it's so funny because I'm pretty sure, pretty much all of us are skilled at procrastinating, and we get that dopamine hit from delegation. So wanted to chat about that a little bit, and just, it's food for thought to think about your habits and what are you putting off? What have you been putting off that you really want for yourself? What habits have you been kind of like, I'll do it Monday, or I'll do it next time? Or, you not only get the dopamine from not doing the thing and delegating, but you also get dopamine from doing something else. For example, you get back from work and you don't feel like making a salad or what have you, so you put a pizza in the oven. You're getting dopamine from thinking in your head, I'll eat healthy tomorrow. So you get that. My tomorrow self will be able to do it. Even though yesterday you said it too about today's self. But you also get the dopamine from the pizza or whatever microwave thing or whatever you put in. So we get extra dopamine from delegating on top of it, because now we can sit on the couch or skip the workout, and we have that sigh of relief that we get when we delegate. Recognizing that is very important. So yeah, this is a great hike. This is absolutely awesome. I love when Nate and I find new trails. And this is in an area that we've hiked multiple times, but we've never done this trail specifically. And every time we do a new trail, we're like, this is our new favorite. So this is actually a really, really beautiful trail. There's a lot of life out here in the desert. And this trail this year is quite green. There's a lot of grass and a lot of cacti. Oh, it's so beautiful. And yeah, the incline's really chill, especially this area. That's why I wanted to hop on and film, and I know Nate is somewhere over there filming for you as well. So make sure that you subscribe to his channel. Here's his thoughts on stuff too. But yeah, I'm gonna continue on, and when we meet up, it's gonna be wrap time. I'm so excited. Always excited for wraps. They are definitely the top, most favorite hiking food of all time. We were getting a little hungry at this point, but we decided to keep going because there was one more really steep hill to climb, and we wanted to eat our lunch after we got to the very tippy top of the hike. All right, the steepest part of this trail is coming up. It's gonna be pretty intense. But once we get up there, it'll be time for wraps. Whew. Now that was a steep one. We were ready for our lunch. And as you can see, our sauce did leak a little bit. So again, there's a reason why we like to bring that bag for our sauces. Wraps today were amazing. We always say they're always the best wraps. Every time we go for a hike, we're like, this is the best one, because they always are the best ones. We had the katsu sauce, which you can find the recipe for in the sushi ebook. And that orange sauce is the nacho cheese sauce. Now, inside the vegan health bundle that's going on right now, the link is in the description box below, you get to download our sushi ebook so you can make the katsu sauce, and you get to download 3 classes showing you how we make these wraps, how we make the tostadas, the nacho cheese sauce, the fiesta rice, and 3 flavors of kale chips. We also have our brand new Raw Vegan Culinary Techniques ebook available in the bundle as well. So head on down to the description box below and tap on the link for the Vegan Health Bundle to find all the goodies.
You are so cute.
What are your top 3 favorite things about the wrap? Look at how beautiful that is.
Well, for one, is just the bread style wrap is so fun.
Like to eat with our hands.
To hold it and eat it. Like I'm eating a salad essentially, but I didn't have to bring the bowl and the dressing. It's so fun. The next favorite thing would be how long that they are able to stay fresh. Essentially, like you could have them for weeks, separated by parchment paper and put in the Ziploc. And they stay fine. Second day is the best because they are going to be a little on the stiffer side, right? But wow. And third thing, how versatile they are to be able to bring so many places. Like you could eat this on a plane, you could eat this out here on a hike, you could eat this when you're pulled off on the side of the road at a gas station.
You could eat it at school or lunch
at work. It's just like, because essentially, you know, it's like a sandwich. You're bringing your sandwich with you. It's a raw vegan sandwich in a way, you know, it's not like 2 slices of bread, it's a wrap. It's a hand salad. It's just absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Everyone's gotta enjoy those. And if you want to watch the batch prep of us we made 3 batches of wraps. We showed how we chop, how we blend and spread and dehydrate and store and fill and eat. That class is part of the Vegan Health Bundle. So go to the description box below, get the Vegan Health Bundle and watch that class, and you can make them yourself so you can take them on these awesome hikes too.
I wish you guys could experience what I'm experiencing right now. Honestly. Fresh sprouts that we grew at home. Microgreens. It's like, what? Come on.
It's pure heaven. Look at that. He is speechless.
Way better than what I used to bring.
Oh yeah, totally. Way better.
We're out here for hours. You're gonna get hungry.
Yeah.
You can bring whatever you want, but Jesus. I think if anybody could try it, they would be sold, honestly, because who doesn't like a burrito or a wrap. Essentially, it's a burrito. I like how some people call them. They're like, hey, I like your burritos. Like, these are totally like burritos. And the sauces are so fun to squeeze on. It's not very hard to bring the stuff with you. And it's so good. The katsu barbecue. Katsu barbecue for the last bite. You know how that last bite is. Oh, it's so good. It's the best.
I already had my last bite. You get to have it.
I just want to make sure.
You have to. Oh, you're so sweet.
Here we go.
And then guess what? It's downhill the rest of the way. And that makes it even better.
Babe, that is so good.
I'm so glad you loved it. After lunch, it was time to head on back down to the truck. We still had quite a ways to go, at least about 2 or 3 miles. And this portion of the trail is the opposite direction of the Las Vegas overlook. So here we are at the top of the overlook, and this is where we brought out our poles. As you can see, it's quite rocky, and we highly suggest just for safety purposes. Plus, it's a great arm workout as well. I love this time of day. This hike was absolutely stunning at this time of day, right when the sun was just ready to go beyond the mountain. It was so incredible, and we were definitely blessed with such an amazing, amazing day together. Here's another example of the treacherousness of it, but it isn't super hard. We just definitely recommend that you have poles or you go really slow and take your time. Once we got down into the valley area, we walked back to the truck. One of our favorite views is seeing the truck when we get back. Here is the hike that we did, just over 8 miles, almost 1,200 feet of elevation gain, and it took us almost 6 hours because we stopped, we filmed videos, we hung out together, and just had so much fun, so it was pretty chill. Then we went to Sprouts to pick up some things. They had sumo oranges, 2 for 1, so why not? Then I needed to find a very special avocado, this one will do, for our sushi that we're having tonight. Then we always pick up heirloom tomatoes. We're obsessed with heirloom tomatoes. We eat a lot of tomatoes here in our house. And we had a cucumber for inside our sushi, as well as some zucchini because we're going to make the carrot zucchini sushi. And the mung bean salad. These 2 recipes are in our sushi ebook. Again, you get access to the sushi ebook when you buy the vegan health bundle going on right now. At home, we got ready to make our dinner. So we're going to wet chop. This is one of the techniques that we go over in the Raw Vegan Culinary Techniques ebook. This is the brand new ebook that we just released in the Vegan Health Bundle. So if you're interested in that ebook and learning some of the techniques we use to make delicious raw foods, please go grab the bundle and get that ebook. It's really great. So once you wet chop, you strain off as much water as you can and then work on some of the fillings. We've got some bell pepper, we have our cucumber here, and of course, you can't have sushi without avocado inside. So I like to peel off the outside. If it's firm but still a little soft, you can do that quite easily. And this is how I like to cut the sushi avocado. So use the knife on the cutting board at an angle, and it makes it very easy to slice avocado this way. Then I chopped up some green onion for inside our salad. And while I was making dinner, Nate made 2 batches of wraps. Because of course, we always have to have wraps on hand. So while I was making dinner, he helped in the kitchen as well by making those. I rinsed the mung bean sprouts under water, and then I used a pair of kitchen scissors to cut them so they're not as long of pieces. It's so much more enjoyable that way. The sauce, again, is in the sushi ebook for the mung bean salad. This one is so good. And I also made some dipping sauces for our sushi with some wasabi powder, and I softened it with some water, added a little bit of ginger and garlic and coconut aminos to that. Then here we have our sushi. We're going to be using 2 sheets of nori for this. We wet the top third of the bottom sheet and put a top one on top. This makes a larger sheet so we can fit more stuff in, and it's reinforced. So first up, you want to squeeze out even more water from your wet chopped vegetables. This is the carrot zucchini blend that we had. And see, as you can see, look at all the water. We don't want that water in our sushi. It's going to make them soggy. So we want to squeeze as much as we can out. Then you're going to fill up, the bottom half of the nori with that. Fill with the rest of your fillings, your microgreens, and then wet the top part and roll. I don't use a sushi mat, but you definitely can. Might make it easier for you. I find it pretty easy to use it without, but it's totally up to you. And then you're going to let them sit for a little bit. Here's another one. Again, we do a double sheet roll that reinforces the sushi, so it's a lot stronger and a lot easier to cut. It doesn't fall apart as easily. And we go over all of these techniques inside the sushi ebook. Again, you get that as part of the Vegan Health Bundle. So head on down there and grab that. You can also get our ebooks 40% off with code RAWFOOD40. If you didn't want to get the bundle, you can still get our ebooks with that discount code as well if you wanted to get the ebooks separately. Again, all the links are down below, so head on down there and check them out. Once they have sat for a couple of minutes to soften and kind of get a little bit more solid, you can cut the sushi. We recommend sharpening your knife and using a clean knife. So in between cuts, if you need to wipe the knife clean, and that makes it a lot easier to cut really good sushi pieces. You can usually get about 6 to 8 pieces from one roll. And again, make sure your knife is sharp. This is going to make a huge difference, not just for sushi, but for salads and other things as well. Sprinkling with a little bit of sesame seeds. And of course, we can't forget the ends as well. Look at that. Nate finished the batch of wraps. He finished both batches of wraps in the time it took me to make dinner. It was about 25 minutes to make the sushi and make the wraps at the exact same time. And here we go. Dinner is served. We have our sushi here. We have sauces. In the sushi book, there are 40 different sauces to dip your sushi in, so there's plenty of options. There's lots of different rolls, different fillings, different toppings, and different salads like this mung bean salad as well. We were really excited for this because we hadn't made sushi in quite a while, so we're like, why don't we make this more often? In fact, we made it again the next day because it was so good. After dinner, you guessed it, we headed up for our Sunday hot tub session because it's always nice to soak in the hot tub after a really long hike. After that, I got this amazing new thing from Osea Malibu. As many of you know, this is my favorite brand of skincare, and they came out with a brand new product. So in this gift box, there is a nice sleeping mask. There's this cute little hair tie to keep your hair up. And here is the new product. This is the Dream Lip Mask. So let's see if I can open this with one hand. And there we go. It's purple, my favorite color, and it smells like passion fruit. So it's kind of a gel-like lip mask that you wear overnight. And it's so soft. This little scoopy thing I had from another product, but I wanted to show how beautiful it is. I paired that with some Dream Night Cream, again from Osea, and their new body serum. These two products are amazing together, and now the 3 are even better. So head on down to the link below if you want to grab some Osea. And then it was time for bed. There's always a little bit of playtime going on before bed. But thank you so much for joining me for this video. Don't forget to check out all the resources that we have in the description box below. And we will be back for another video again soon, showing you all the fun things that we do and eat on our hiking Sundays. Until then, I love you and fruit on.